And let's see who it's going to be. And it's the largest man in our sport. I'm talking about Fat Albert. Now, you know, a couple weeks back that Fat Albert and Richard Simmons had a little bit of a run-in. They tried to settle things. You know Fat Albert would like to settle the score with Richard Simmons. I hope that doesn't get in the way of this match. I know the other guys in there, they all want a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship, but I have a feeling that Fat Albert wants to settle the score with Richard Simmons, and I hope he doesn't get distracted from the big prize that's at stake. Fat Albert, he's a big man. He's going to be a tough opponent. Another guy I could easily see winning this match, and he would certainly be able to take Tiger Woods to the limit. A man that big, I don't care who you are, it's tough to beat a guy like that. Fat Albert is a great competitor, and action's underway. Hank Williams Jr. squaring off with Fat Albert, the two big men going at it. The Colonel outside the ring right now. Fat Albert, oh wow, what a flying body press by Richard Simmons right over the top rope and onto the Iron Colonel as Fat Albert has scooped up Hank Williams Jr. Jr. firing on Albert's head, trying to get away. Albert not doing anything with him, pressed him above his head. Oh, and Albert, I think he wore himself out just picking up Hank Williams Jr. Jr. now firing away on Fat Albert. Oh, a finger poke right to the eyes of Fat Albert. Oh, that's just awful. And a big knee there that sends Fat Albert to the mat. Oh, and that shot to the groin by Hank Williams Jr. Oh, I cannot believe that. And now Hank Williams Jr., he's got Fat Albert. He's got him in a version of a Boston Crab, but he's too close to the ropes. You're not going to get Fat Albert that easily. His legs are just too big. You've got to wear him down. Meanwhile, Colonel Klink and Richard Simmons battling outside. The Colonel now back in the ring. And Hank Williams Jr. met him with a big flying knee right to the head. Sends the Colonel right to the mat. I don't think Klink ever saw that one coming. And Fat Albert just spied Richard Simmons. They're going to go at it outside here. Fat Albert and Richard Simmons locking up. Meanwhile, Hank Williams Jr. again going for a Boston Crab. This time on the Colonel. But again, too close to the ropes. It's not going to work. Hank Williams Jr. measuring Klink. Missed with an elbow drop there. Firing away on the Colonel, though. They locks up with the Colonel. Couple big knees to the gut. That staggers the Colonel. Missed with a clothesline. And Colonel Klink now has Hank Williams Jr. up. Going to try and suplex him. Nice reversal by Hank Williams Jr. Meanwhile, a choke slam by Fat Albert on Richard Simmons. And wow, that big swing there by Fat Albert on Richard Simmons. And Hank Williams Jr. now working on the legs of Richard Simmons. Jr. now, big elbow drop to Simmons. And he tried to lock up with Albert. Albert met him with a big knee. Big punch from Hank Williams Jr. did nothing. Wow, what a DDT by Fat Albert. I didn't think he had that kind of agility. And Hank Williams Jr. is down on the mat. Struggles to get to his feet, and he locks up with the Colonel. Meanwhile, Richard Simmons going after Fat Albert. Albert with a big clothesline. Oh, and that knee there by Hank Williams Jr. caught Fat Albert off guard. Hank Williams Jr. now going back at it with Colonel Klink. Oh, and a big shot to the groin there by Hank Williams Jr. Meanwhile, Fat Albert, oh, look at him just gouging the face of the Iron Colonel. Hank Williams Jr., meanwhile, with a big boot to the... Wow, what a DDT by Fat Albert, that time on Colonel Klink. Fat Albert, though... Oh, wait a minute, he's got Hank Williams Jr., he's choking the life out of him. Oh, and a kick to the balls by Williams, and that sends Fat Albert right to the mat. Hank Williams Jr. has taken every shortcut in the book here. And Fat Albert's mad as he sends Hank Williams Jr. right down to the mat. A lot of action here. Oh, and a nice backdrop there. That Samoan drop by Richard Simmons. But Simmons receives a big fist to the testicles courtesy of Hank Williams Jr. Simmons, though, with a nice swinging neck breaker on Hank Williams Jr. Fat Albert, though, scoops Simmons up. Simmons trying to fight his way out of this, but he's in a lot of trouble here, folks. Fat Albert is going to try and get some revenge on him as he's pressed Richard Simmons all the way over his head, and he did nothing with the move. Oh, and a shot to the nuts again by Hank Williams Jr. That has been his finisher, it looks like, tonight. That's about the only move he's been able to do. A couple big right hands there. Oh, and Fat Albert sends Richard Simmons down to the floor. Hank Williams Jr. now going after Fat Albert. Oh, and again pokes Fat Albert right in the eyes. He's working Fat Albert over in that corner. And, wow, that's a lot of power to throw a man like Fat Albert like that. Meanwhile, Richard Simmons trying to send the Iron Colonel out of the ring. And Hank Williams Jr. met Simmons with a knee to the back of the head. Oh, and a shot to the balls of Colonel Klink. This is awful. I can't believe what we're seeing here. These are some of the dirtiest ring tactics I've ever seen being employed by Hank Williams Jr. Nice DDT by Jr. to get away from Richard Simmons. He's going for the cover. 1, 2, no. Richard Simmons kicks out of that one. Hank thought he had him there. Hank Williams now going after the legs of Richard Simmons. And now he turns around and a big right hand to the Iron Colonel sends him to the mat. Now he scoops Richard Simmons up and he's got him up and wow, what a pile driver there by Hank Williams Jr. on Richard Simmons. And he's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, that's it. Hank Williams Jr. has won this match. He's going on to the Royal Flush to face Tiger Woods for the Crap World Heavyweight Championship. This is exciting. I cannot believe what we've witnessed here. Hank Williams Jr. is now your #1 contender for the Crap World Heavyweight Championship. This is unbelievable. What a great matchup that's going to be. I cannot wait. And now Hank's asking that they cut the music. He's got something he wants to say. He's going to make some kind of an announcement here. I can't wait to hear what it is. Let's go to Hank. Well, that's easier said than done, Hank. I wonder what he has for the fans. Well, this is highly unusual. Wrote a song for Tiger Woods and he's going to perform it at the Royal Flush. This is unusual.